I believe humans are entering a new form of organization, and they haven't given the name yet, but I'm going to create one name for the new oncoming organization of humanity, and I'm going to call it Delusionalism. Delusional from crazy, delusionalism, no different than capitalism, socialism, and so on. So TM, it is my idea of the naming the new political structure of humanity. Delusionalism. Let me tell you how I analyze this, so you can go and do it yourself. Do not follow me. I might be completely incorrect, but I doubt. So go there and research it your own self. Of course, do not research it in Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is the one creating the delusionalism. They're making you delusional. They actually are telling you that you are a Viking, you know. So let's analyze it together. Since the beginning of humanity, we've been primitive. We've been hunters and gathering, and we also have been hunted by other animals. We are not the superior on the food chain. We became the superiors on the food chain by utilizing tools, and that we call prehistory. Then we start gathering together and analyzing our environment, analyzing the reality of our environment, how it works. And humans figured out that we can actually modify nature by growing plants and by domesticating animals. And from that point, we created city states, and we assign ourselves identities. No longer we are a family. Now we are ethnic groups. We are motorcycle gangs, what I call it, with the singularity in language, religion, and other type of organization. Then we invented the slave system. Those city-states needed more people to grow their food, to grow their farming animals, and to take care of them, and to have a spare time to come out with ideas to control the masses, to control the population, to create a better union, or a bigger union, called countries, empires, and the top nacho, the top gancho, the big hombre will be the Romans. The Romans went a little step forward. The Romans understood that all humans have a potential of intelligence and superiority. We humans, the biology, are not created equal. Some are smarter than others, some are stronger than others, but every single human have something to give to other humans. And the Romans understood this, so they continue that model of having slaves, but now they give those slaves an opportunity to become one of them, to become Romans. So that was an advancement. The Visigoths came and destroyed Rome, and they started a feudal a feudal system. A feudal system means that yes, you continue to be a slave, but now you're getting paid for it, and you get to be part of a greater good, a greater society with a greater identity. Now they give you symbols that you can follow. They give you flags, and they give you shields, and they give you family names, and they give you land so you can grow stuff. You're still a slave, but now you have culture, you have music, you have an identity, you have a country, you have a king. And we call that feudal times or feudal kingdoms. Then for that reason, those very slaves become wealthy because they get to keep some of that wealth, of the wealth they were creating. Yes, they give to the king and they give to the lords, but they kept some for themselves. And the smartest got richer and richer to become capitalist. Now they have wealth. And all those organizations like the Templars, the Hermanos de San Juan, the Calaveras, and all these organizations, the Teutons, they become richer and richer, and now they have a bigger footprint, if you will, on the way humans organize themselves, from religion to capitalism. And that is what is being replaced right now, in my opinion, capitalism. Socialism, they try, it did not work. Socialism will never work. But what is next, I believe that if everyone will accept it, it might work. And it's called delusionalism. That is what I call it. Delusionalism. Because how it works is very simple. Those capitalists, they need more workers, and they need consumers. They need consumers for them to sell those products being produced. So they are creating a delusional pyramid, a delusional identity, a delusional human identity. So they no longer use religion. They do no longer use symbols like flags, shields, clothes, and that kind of symbology any longer. Now they use color code. They color code you in being confused, being delusional, into accepting colors. That you are white, that you are black, that you are brown, and that you are all these assigned sounds. And then they assign to you a particular product from music to clothes to political parties. You know, the Browns are Democrats. The Browns are Democrats. Like Mr. Joe Biden, so eloquent, delusionalist, say to the black man, boy, if you are not a Democrat, you ain't black. You know, that is delusionalism. And that is what we have now. That is what they are creating. Those capitalist oligarchs in the past, or feudal in the past, and slave owners in the past, and the one that actually created the first city-states are no different yesterday than today. They are a continuity, and they do what it takes to get rich. And how they get rich? They get rich by enslaving you. So for those delusionalists, they are creating a delusionalist system. I'm going to tell you something. It might work for a little while. You might sell a lot of products. The problem is, when people accept they are something, they will defend it. And now, if you now have multiple groups or human groups that have accepted all these different colors, you might lose control of each individual color. You might think that you can control it, but you cannot. And I'm going to tell you why. If you call the Apache Hispanico and you call the Mexicali Hispanico, and you have to call the Iberian Hispanico, now you have two different complete groups united into one, and they reproduce a lot. So eventually one group is going to be greater than the other in identity, not only in identity but in consumption, not only in consumption but in production. And they will rebel. They will go up there and say, hey, listen, we are the best, we are the browns and you are the white, and guess what, you're going to be dead. It is as simple as that. So do not think anymore that the minority can control the majority. That was in the past, when the majority have the weapons and the knowledge to do it. But right now, everybody have the knowledge. I, with the telephone, are transferring knowledge to other humans. And that is the key. You have forgotten that you must control the dialogue, and you can no longer do that because we can communicate with one another. Even if you shut down the internet, even if you shut down everything, eventually the many will take over the smallest. And I know, because I am one against many, and it is delusional for me to believe that I can move the world, but I can transfer knowledge to a few, and those a few can pick it up and transfer to more and to more and to many. And it is correct what I'm transferring. You are delusionals in thinking the color coding is going to be the next way of controlling humanity. That will never work. Will never work. So go out there and tell everyone the new way of governing humanity, the delusionalist way of governing, is a failed way of governing. I believe the only way to govern humanity is with realism. We must train, we must transfer, we must how can I say, instruct, since the very day that a human is born, to become a real human, to become what we really are, a biology. And when we do that, when we transfer that reality to each human, know these delusionalist ideas, then we can advance. When you tell every human that not every single human on this planet is equal, we are not equal. I will never be equal to Cassius Clay. I will never be equal to Theophilo Stevenson. I will never be equal to Albert Einstein. None of us are equal. It's the opposite. That diversity is what makes us humans. And make no mistake about it, Cassius Clay will never be equal to me, neither. Theophilus Stevenson will never be equal to me. Albert Einstein will never be equal to me. He can never ever do the accomplishment that I have done, that I have. And that is the key, that we have a diversity, and each of us has a gift, a human gift, and that is what I think we need to do. Harvest all those gifts, all that humanity, all that intelligence, and harness that to the advancement of all humans, because eventually we must leave the planet. It is that simple. And in a few months, the James telescope is going to show us the way. It's going to show us something that we have never seen before. It's going to show us who we really are as a species. So that is what we need to be fighting for. The human species, the humankind. And delusionalism will not accomplish that. It's the opposite. It make us dumb. It make us non-human. It make us colors. It make us some kind of race, delusional race, human biology. So that is what I say. Go and defend humanity. Go and defend the diversity in languages, the diversity in skin pigmentation, the diversity in human ideas, the diversity in ethnic groups, the diversity in nations and countries. That diversity is you. It's what makes you strong. It's what makes me strong. Saludos.